Just kind of talk about being elevated in the position, obviously what it means for you and just how the process kind of played out.
Yeah. Oh, thanks.
No, I can hold
you
it.
got Okay, cool. And it was a dream come true for me. I missed, last year was awesome because I really got to grow and learn the passing game. But I really missed having a position group and running like all the drills, all the meetings with the guys. But so that just meant the world to me. And then to do it here, right? Because having that prior experience with the guys, we got really great people in the locker room, in the coaches' offices. And obviously being born and raised here, it's a dream come true since like middle school when I realized I probably wasn't going to play in the NFL. It really meant a lot to me. It's been a blast getting to work with these guys every day. Really, I can't say enough good things. Very, very fortunate to be in that position and really appreciate the opportunity.
You were able to add in a few transfer pieces to the tight end room. How do you like how that room's coming together, obviously, with, the returnees?
Oh, I love it. I mean, the combination of the guys we have coming back and then adding some experience and some depth there with Riley and Jackson has been huge. Bryce Caulfield's done a really good job kind of reinforcing that standard in the room, and the new guys have really picked it up and bought in and are really, into what we're doing. And so I really love the makeup of the group. I love working with the guys every day. There's a lot of different personalities in there that all come together and mesh really well. So on and off the field, it's a really good group to be a part of.
As someone being from here, I know talking to Coach Bray earlier this week, he said that being able to bring people in that are familiar with the program, with the city, you're one of those people.
Yeah.
So what value do you feel like that kind of has in the locker room, in recruiting?
Yeah. I think it's huge because this is a very special place, but it's unique, and you need to understand, all of the things that make Oregon State great and all of the things that Oregon State has to offer. It's almost hard to explain unless you've experienced it and lived it. And so I think it's huge. I think that the people on our staff really get it. And even the people from Coach Chance is from South Florida, and he fits right in here. He gets it. He's all about Oregon State and everything we're trying to do here and be a part of. So, I think it's huge, and I think meshing the people who are familiar with Corvallis and the people who haven't has gone really, really well.
As a former offensive line coach, does that give you an interesting perspective on that part of the position?
Oh, 100%. It's great because I treat the tight ends just like offensive linemen when we're doing run blocking stuff. It's all the same stuff. It was all the same last year. Pretty much Coach Van taught everything exactly how I would have. Coach Cav and I are very much on the same page. And so a lot of times, at least in my experience, there can be disconnect between the tight end room and the O-line room just because the tight ends aren't necessarily being coached the same as the O-line is in the run game. And obviously there's tight end specific nuance that you have to account for, but I think it gives us a really great base foundation for continuing to grow and improve in the run game.
There's a lot of history of running two tight end sets here. Do you think this group has the potential to be able to continue?
Oh, 100%. I hope so. I mean, 3 or 4 tight end sets. Let's get them all on the field. But and I tell the guys all the time, and I think this comes back to your point earlier from being familiar with Corvallis and Oregon State. Like when Oregon State football has been at its best, they've had really, really good tight ends and a lot of tight ends on the field. And so we wear that as a badge of honor and take pride in that and understand that it's a challenge day in and day out, but that's what we're striving to be and help this place be as good as it's ever been and, even better.
Riley's obviously a guy with Oregon ties. Beyond that, what made him a target for you all in the portal?
His ability speaks for himself. And then the type of guy he is, obviously being from here, having, just really seeking an opportunity to grow and develop and play more on the field, I think drew him to us. And then from our end, he's, a no-brainer. Like his ability, his makeup, him and the tight ends are always doing extra stuff, a lot of footwork, a lot of route running things. And so I think it was just a natural fit that worked out really well and is getting better as we go.
And with Jackson, what do you see there?
Jackson, again, very talented kid, highly recruited out of high school, was at BYU, and we just saw him, this guy's got ability. He just hadn't had much of an opportunity, and so it was kind of the same thing. We had, obviously Cooper Jensen, young guy, and Carson Cole, but, then it's Bryce, right? So we kind of needed something in between, and those guys both kind of fit perfectly into that mold to add depth, add leadership, add experience, and also continue to grow and develop themselves.
So,
Thank you, Coach.
Yeah.
Cool. Thank you
you.
guys.
Appreciate it.